Over the years that I've been doing YouTube, I occasionally get a request about or along the same lines of, can you somehow mix fashion and your book content? Maybe base outfits based on your favorite characters or your favorite books or book covers. And I have not really tried to do that. I have experimented with books and fashion content. I somehow don't know how to integrate them together. I haven't figured out how to do that very well, which is why I try something and in my eyes, I kind of fail at it and then I don't try it again ever. So today we're doing something in which I combine fashion and books or reading. I'll get into the nitty gritty of what we're doing in just a minute. But if you're new to my channel, know that I'm Shelly and I love books and reading, and I really love fashion as well. I love getting myself together. I love fabric and outfits and silhouettes and all of that kind of thing. But this is mostly, if not primarily or solely, a book channel. And I am just experimenting. So if you're enjoying the vibe, I would encourage you to subscribe, stick around. And without any further rambling on, let's go ahead and get into the meat of this video. Today, I am going to create 4 outfits around 4 book covers of books that I've loved. Well, 3 books that I've read and loved, and 1 book that I am currently reading. So here's the plan. I have the books. I'm going to show you the book covers. I'm going to show you my planned outfits. I am going to put on said outfit, take a photograph of it. I'm going to post that to social media, see if you all can possibly guess what I am doing, what I'm sneakily up to. And then when all is said and done, after all these outfits are posted, I'll come back and I'll reflect on how much I enjoyed wearing the outfit, whether I have put something like this together before, how you all reacted to it. And yeah, we'll kind of do a little concluding note. The first book is The Life She Wished to Live by Anne McCutcheon. This is a biography of Marjorie Kinnan Rawlings. And what I love about this book cover is that it has this ombre sunset design overlaid on the ombre sunset design is overlaid on a picture of Marjorie Kinnan Rawlings, who is typing in the wild area of Florida for which she chose to live and that she did a lot of writing about. So Florida has this wild landscape, and we see Marjorie sitting there with her typewriter out in the wild, not in the comforts of her own home, typing away at one of her stories or perhaps one of the letters that she wrote. And then what they did with this, the publisher or whoever designed this cover, what they did with this is that they overlaid it with this sunsetty, gorgeous color, starting with bright pink all the way down to brown. And I really like this cover. I really like the colors. And so here's the outfit that I will have for you. So at the very top, I wanted it to be, like, I wanted to go bold. It's like, go bold or go home. So I have, which I still weirdly, sometimes I forget, I don't take the tags off of things. I know, but yeah, anyway, whoa, we're not talking about that. Okay, so here is this J. Crew ruffled blouse. I've worn it in YouTube videos, funnily. I don't wear it out in public very often because it is a bit ruffly for me, but I do love it. I hope the color is showing true to color on screen, but it is so pretty. It has this eyelet detail and these gorgeous ruffles, and it is a statement top, and it is in this stunning red color. So I had thought first about that on top, and then I have actually also from J. Crew, not on purpose, and actually I thrifted both of these. And the belt, I actually have owned this belt so long I don't know where it came from, probably thrifted. So on the bottom I have these wide leg, you're not really able to see very much, but I have these wide leg pants that are all cotton and high-waisted. And I thought this would be like the perfect sort of fading into the like orangey brown. I have this black belt, which I doubt you'll be able to see in the photograph, but in case not, it is on purpose because I feel like the photograph is black and white, like it's overlaid on a black and white photograph. So I have this kind of deep, it's so worn now, it's like brownish black. So I have that, and for shoes, I think I'm going to do Birkenstocks, because again, there's not a lot of like harsh black. Everything is very like sepia toned, and so I thought I would be fading from like a hotter pink right here, like a hot pink, to an orangey brown, to a deep brown, because my Birkenstocks are deep brown. The second book is The Luminaries by Eleanor Catton. Now, this actually, in some editions of this book, the cutout here is actual cutouts, and then you flip the page and there is the woman behind, and she's whereas this here, it's all one, this is all one cover, there's no cutouts. And it's just, you know, mimicking the idea of a cutout when you open the book and see the painting of the woman. What I like about this is that I really love, like, period paintings on a canvas of women as book covers. Okay. It's like one of the weird things, or I don't know if it's weird or not, but I find it very striking when there is a very much of the time period historical fiction book and a very of the time period painting or drawing, typically of the protagonist, usually a female. I'm sort of drawn to that. And that she is like looking lovely on the cover, and that is the cover of the book. I have other examples, but this one is one of them. I just find her very striking. I love just like, I don't know, her expression, the milkiness of her skin. I just find this very beautiful. But the main color of this is this deep blue, and on this we have also these celestial stars. So we have stars, and the stars are this yellow color. We also have this Man Booker winner, which is in this yellow that matches the stars and matches the font, the typography and font on coloring on the front of the book. So with this, I immediately was looking around, and I'm going to have to look around for something. That will represent the yellow. I don't know if I'll have anything, but I'll look around. And what I have for that is this Sea New York dress. And this has this beautiful embroidery on it. And it's this midnight blue. This is in, I think, a cotton silk blend. So here together is what it looks like. And I feel like the stitching in some ways mimics the celestial pattern on the book. So we'll see what I can add to it. The next book, I just love the color. I love the cover. I don't ever want them to change this cover because I find it so stinking stunning. And it is Ducks Newburyport by Lucy Ellman. So on the front we have a duck, and the duck got its hiney out of the water, and the face of the duck is in the water, which I think is representative of the main character, who is sort of always drowning in her own thoughts. I've only read like 30 pages of this, so take what I say about this book with a huge lick of salt. But what I love is this color blocking, orange top, blue bottom, and it's just striking. It's memorable. I wonder if that is half of the appeal of this book, is the memorable cover. And it's not very hard to do, and yet I love it. It's probably one of my favorite covers of all time. That's so weird to say. So I was like, okay, so in my mind, I thought this blue was more of a teal blue, but no, it is like jean blue. It is like blue colored jeans. So I have my favorite wide leg Levi jeans that I bought at Walmart on a whim, and I wear these jeans all the time. I have washed and worn these jeans over and over and over and over and over again. I don't know if I'll have something that represents the duck. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just hold Harry in the photo, and Harry can be like my duck, and I could be the background. I can be the background or the backdrop to me and Harry, right? So then For a top, I don't own very much orange, although, you know, I've been in my low buy season. One of the things that I want, but I definitely don't need because I own probably close to 100 dresses, not hyperbole, probably actual truth. But what I want is a cotton, either slim fit, simply made dress in bright orange, in like shocking orange. I want either that or a very oversized cotton dress, a very like loose, slouchy, oversized cotton dress, also in that bright orange, or both. And every once in a while, I'll stumble upon a bright orange dress and I lust after it. But the last thing I need is a dress, okay, y'all? Like, the last thing I need is a dress. So we're avoiding that at all costs. But what I have instead is this this orange dress here. The only thing is that I bought it when I was more okay with like synthetic fibers, and I think this is polyester. I think most of it is polyester. Actually, let me see. I lied. Rayon and modal, but still, it's like, I sweat in this. It's not a pretty look for me, but it is a pretty orange, and it is like the most orange that I can get with the ducks, with closest to the ducks Newburyport. So I have this. I have my orangish red dress and this book here. My last one is shockingly the hardest because I want it to be an outfit that I am creating, not just putting on a floral dress to match the dark florals in The Glutton by A.K. Blakemore. There is another cover of this book that I've said I've liked more, and I back away from what I originally said, because now that I've owned this book and I've read this copy, I love this cover. It is dark florals with a naked baby chicken on the front, something like that. A hairless bird on the front, looking rather newborn. Okay, so I was like, okay, dark florals on a black background, very gothic feeling, very gothic leaning. And so I have like a bunch of options. So we'll see what I feel like this is where it's gonna go poorly because yeah, I don't know. I feel very skeptical of how I can recreate this without just throwing on a dark floral dress, which I don't have many of. So I'm like, I have this, and this is actually what I really came up with. Okay, I came up with this cotton Doan top right here that is very romantic looking and that has the dark florals. And I thought I could throw that over this Free People dress, green dress, and maybe put black leggings underneath and black heels. And I feel like that would be very wink, wink, nudge, nudge to the Glutton. Other options, which I'll just run through because I really don't think I'm going to wear these, but just in case I change my mind, of course I'll report back and let you know how all this goes. That's the second part of the video. So then I have this. I have this that Chiva dress. By the way, almost all of these, if not all of these, were bought secondhand or given to me. So I have this Bathsheba dress, right? This thing. Is it not gorgeous? Green floral. I feel like it does in a way go with this, but the thing is that these sleeves are so voluminous that it would be almost impossible to put something underneath them. Okay, so there's this. I have also texturally and very prettily this eyelet maroon dress that my mother gave me. I have this Realization Par silk dress that has the dark florals, but there's a lot of white in it, so I don't know about that. I have these shorts, these linen shorts that I bought from Target, but I feel like it's too light. The vibe is too summery for the Glutton. And then I also have this other Doan, sorry, my nose is itchy, this like off the shoulder ruffle Doan top that I think color-wise goes extremely well. Not that way. It goes extremely well with the Glutton, but I don't. So we'll see. We shall see. I'm gonna now put all these on, take the photos, post them, and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about what happened. Outfits have been worn, pictures have been taken and posted, and you all guessed immediately what I was up to. There was no tricking you, not that I wanted to. There was no tricking you into what was going on. You all pretty much knew right from the get-go that my outfits were matching the book covers that I chose, which was very cool. It was very cool. So the first outfit, in which I was wearing the ruffled blouse and the orangey pants, I loved that outfit. I really enjoyed wearing it on my actual body. I felt really confident in it, and I was wondering, why don't I wear this top more often? It feels really like, it feels very, very much more wearable than I thought it was going to feel. And I thought it matched the book really well, but mostly I'm glad that I've figured out this combination of top and pants and possibly even shoes, though I feel like I could switch the shoes up because I felt like it all went so well together. I took my picture outside, which the picture itself is myself squinting at the sun because taking a picture outside in the direct sunlight is a little bit harder than you would think. It's a little bit easier to take it inside with diffused light rather than outside in afternoon light. And I did it outside on purpose because I wanted it to be sort of mimicking the cover of Marjorie Kinnan Rowling sitting outside. So that was how the first one went. We start quite high before we are brought low, meaning the second outfit that I put on to mimic the Luminaries was very successful. I was reminded basically immediately how much I love this dress. And also, I think in my mind, I had been playing up the fact that it was a fancy dress, that I only should wear it for fancy occasions. And when I actually had it on my actual body, it felt a lot more wearable, again, much like the pink top. And I'm like, why haven't I been wearing this my whole life, basically? Or why haven't I been wearing it more often? I loved pairing it with the gold jewelry, especially the gold anklets that my husband gifted me recently. I felt like it all tied together, and it was my most successful, in my heart, it was the most successful wink, wink, nudge, nudge to the book cover I was recreating. I took the picture in my living room, or my formal sitting room, which has a lot of blue and tan or blue and beige, which I thought would very much mimic the cover of the Luminaries because my couches are this navy color. Actually, all my couches are this navy color, and I just thought it would pair perfectly together, and indeed it did. And in the picture I chose to post, I actually have like a hair sort of coming across my face, and Ted said that he didn't like that detail. For me, I was like, I'm so cool, and I'm so like carefree that I'm looking away, and I cannot even be bothered to get the hair out of my face. Ted said it didn't read that way, so I have some other options that I could have posted but passed up on that you can see right now. Here's where we go downhill a little bit. I put on that orange dress over the jeans, and strangely, proportionally it worked because the orange in Ducks Newburyport is longer. It takes up more than half the cover of the book. And then the blue is just, it's like the last 1/3, whereas the orange is the first 2/3 of the book. And wearing the dress over the jeans, I felt like it was very much a nod to the cover proportionally. However, actually wearing it on my actual body, it very much felt like a dress over jeans moment. And though I'm not opposed to dress over pants, it wasn't the kind of dress over pants that I enjoy. So I got Harry, he puts up with me, but also loves me, to take this picture. I tried it in a couple different areas, but mostly I was trying to position Harry so he didn't look uncomfortable. And the best one I got was sort of me casually holding onto this very ginormous book and holding a very squirrely little dog. And the picture was good. Ultimately, I don't think I would wear this outfit again, though. The top needs to be much shorter, and it needs to very much not look like a dress over jeans or this dress over these jeans. The last picture that I took was probably my least successful, partly because I feel like I don't really know how to wear this dress. I've owned this dress for a long time, and I have not gotten as much wear out of it as one would think. And I think it's because the bottom hem makes me feel a little bit sloppy. so I don't really want to wear it with flats or even platforms. However, when I put this outfit on with heels, it suddenly clicked into place and it made everything feel like it made sense. I also felt like the black heels, was a nod to the dark colors in the Glutton, the book cover. And I decided to take the picture in my foyer, in my receiving area, right in front of the front door, because it gets a lot of really good light. And I kind of had this idea of how it would be lit on my body and my face, and I liked it. It kind of had a moodiness to it, I suppose, that was evoked in the end photo, and also in the cover of the book. So ultimately, I think this was my least successful, though it reminds me that if I throw on a pair of heels, maybe not exactly these heels, this dress makes a lot more sense, and that I should try wearing it as a skirt more often, because it might actually work as a skirt better than it works as a dress. So that was it. How did you like this? Let me know. I would really like to know what you thought of this experiment. Do you have any other ideas about how I can mix books and fashion? I don't know. Let a girl know. Would really appreciate it. And yeah, that's it for me. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. And I hope to see you all in my next one.